Hi guys, welcome back. If you're back, welcome. If you are new, this is going to be a reading for the Scorpio collective. This is going to be a general kind of past, present, path to take, obstacles, outcome kind of spread. We're going to start with 7 cards from Wild Unknown. And then we're going to clarify with 7 cards from the Fountain Tarot. And then if I have time, I will do a few from my fairy tale Lenormand. And if I don't, it'll probably end up as an extended on Patreon. I'm trying to spend less time giving away free content on YouTube and spend more time creating paid content so I can feed my kids and keep a roof over our heads. So that brings us into equal energy exchanges. If you haven't yet and you're new here, read the description. It explains everything about equal energy exchanges and how much better everything works if we're all on the same page. Yeah, and what that looks like for me. So Scorpio. Let's see, we're going to start with overall theme for the reading, the signifier, kind of, hopefully death comes out because that is your card. That will be confirmation that it is for the Scorpio collective. Yeah, so let's just see what wants to come out. If nothing comes out within a certain amount of time, I will go ahead and pick the cards. Whatever I'm called to do. Alright, 3 of Coins. Teamwork. Teamwork was the obstacle for Capricorn. Or sorry, Gemini. The reading that I did for Gemini. 3 of Coins was their obstacle. So, for you, it is the overall theme. 3 of Coins is teamwork. It's resources. It's having the time and the energy and the team to execute all of your ideas. Every person that you need to start a business. It's being a part of a team within a business. Maybe you've just started climbing a corporate ladder and you're kind of finding your place in that. Alright, so God dang. Good job, Scorpios. It's pretty incredible. All right. So, in the past, we have Mother of Wands. This is a passionate, fiery, driven, really attractive energy. She is entrepreneurial, but in the feminine way. She's less of the action and more of the ideas and the passion and the love that it takes. She's very protective. It's a snake, right? Snakes could be significant to you. You could have a pet snake, multiple pet snakes. I'm thinking about getting one myself. As you can see, that's what's on my ring. Well, it's upside down to you guys, I suppose. It's my favorite ring. It's my commitment to the divine. People ask me if I'm married. Yes, I'm very much married. Please don't talk to me. But for you guys, the present, it looks like there's new romance. It looks like there's love. There's 2 cups. That's reciprocal. 2 roses, 2 cups. It's reciprocal, romantic, enduring, but it could also be a new partnership in any aspect. It doesn't have to be romantic, but the 2 of Cups is a very romantic card. And then we move into future conditions. Sorry about that if you can hear it. Future conditions being the High Priestess. This is, again, feminine. There's lots of feminine. Okay, so there's just as much masculine as feminine. So we have 2 feminine and 2 masculine. We have the High Priestess and Magician right next to each other. These are divine counterparts. Divine feminine, divine masculine. The High Priestess is to the Magician what the Magician is to the High Priestess, if that makes sense. She is the seeing, the knowing, the receiving. She receives downloads. She could be a psychic. You could be a psychic, a mystic, a healer. She's got a crystal ball. Again, that's what's in my ring. The moon is here. You are a water sign, so you not necessarily, I was going to say ruled by the moon, but not necessarily, because that's Cancer. But the moon is very important to you because you are a mystic. You are a seer. You can see behind the veil, through the veil, rather, not behind it. And then the Magician is in your path to follow. So there could be a divine masculine, your divine counterpart, that you are being called to let lead for a little bit. Or you could be called to step into a more masculine energy, a more action-oriented. He has all of the tools. He has infinite resources. The sun is here. You could have sun somewhere predominantly in your chart. But he has all of the elements. He's got his sword. He's got his coins just like perfectly perched under his paw. He's got his wands and his cups. And he has infinite amounts of them. And he knows how to yield them and wield them and use them and utilize them. So you're being called to step into and follow that path. And then we move into the Seven of Wands. So we have more fire. So we have fire here in the Magician, although he's technically Gemini, which is air. We have fire in that the sun is here, radiating heat and love, and we have fire here with the Mother of Wands. And then we have water, 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 earth, earth. So it's actually a very, my arm just fell off, and a tiny bit of air. This is actually the perfect balance, in my opinion, of the elements, because it's not too much of one thing. Too much emotions, you can drown, right? If you don't know how to swim in the depths, which you do, you are, well, you're more of the shore waters. Pisces is the deep, deep, deep diving, can live in anything water sign. And Cancer is the one that can go in and out, but you have to stay on the shore because you are a scorpion. They can't like necessarily swim, I don't think. They're land animals. I've only ever seen them on land in desert scenarios. But anyway, I digress. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Attitudes that surround you. This is, people see you as you just shining your light. This is everyone around you falling away, and you're just kind of standing there being yourself and lighting the way, lighting the fire. Wands are passion. 7 of them is extreme drive and literally just being yourself and letting your light shine, following what is in your sacral, your passion, sacral chakra. If it's feeling stuck, it doesn't, I was going to say if it's feeling stuck, but it's not. So don't even, if you've been working to unstagnate a sacral chakra, it's unstuck, and your creative juices are flowing, and yeah. And then we move into obstacles being the 10 of Cups, which, I mean, how is unconditional love ever an obstacle unless it's speaking to your need to receive that unconditional love?
Cookie are so funny.
Hey, bud.
Mom always said that I like cookie juice.
That's very funny. Hey, bud. Mommy told you she's working. I'm doing a video. You just interrupted. Can you go watch a movie? I'll be out in just a minute, okay? Okay, thank you. Close the door behind you. I love you, bud. I'll be out in just a minute, okay?
And why did you kill that flowers?
Yeah, no, the flies didn't kill the flowers. The cold air did in time. They can't live forever. It's alright though, they're still pretty.
Frozen.
Yeah, alright, bud.
I'm getting this snowy too.
Okay, bud.
Yeah.
Can you close the door now? I love you. I'll see you in a little bit.
Then the snow then got hot.
Okay, baby.
And melted.
Yep, okay.
Yep.
It sure did. Alright, I love you.
Then done. I want to get one Christmas.
Okay.
And the fires is dark behind the sun.
It's very funny, bud. Alright, we'll talk about snow melting and flies coming back to life in a little bit, okay?
Okay.
I love you. Thank you. I love you. Close the door all the way, please.
And I want to get water.
Thanks, bud. Okay, close the door. You're interrupting. Thank you. Close the door. All the way. Thank you. I love you. Jeez Louise. Sorry. If I knew how to edit, I would edit that out, but I don't, and I don't have the time. So, 10 of Cups as an obstacle could be your desire for reciprocal love, unconditional love, but maybe never receiving that. It could speak to you holding back your love from other people, because this is a card pardon me, excuse me, a little bit parched. This is a card of bliss and happiness and wish fulfillment and just all of the good things, harmony, alignment, reciprocal, agape love, unconditional, without conditions love. So as an obstacle, it could be feeling a disconnect from the world, from your team. It could be being out of alignment with yourself, with your spirit, with your divine, feeling misaligned. You could be just struggling with relationships in general and you want to reconnect, maybe rekindle. Yeah, if that's your obstacle, that's what it is. And we'll get a clarifier just to see how we can overcome it or what it might point to more specifically. Okay, card number 7, your outcome. The King of Coins, Father of Pentacles. He is as stable can be. He is entrepreneurial. He is steady. He's loyal. He's committed, hardworking. Did I already say dedicated? So the Mother of Wands is entrepreneurial in the sense that she is the ideas and the passion and the big picture that sees it through. The Father of Pentacles is the money behind it. I mean, it takes money to make, you got to spend money to make money, right? So he's the money. It could be an investor. But this, for you as an outcome, is you stepping into this role and you being the friend with money, the rich friend, the investor, and pouring your unconditional love, everything that you have been wishing for and wanting for, into other people. Oops. Okay. I am going to clarify with the Fountain Tarot. Alright, well, the Lovers as your clarifying signifier. This is another Gemini card. So we've got 2 Gemini cards, which could be significant in your chart. You could be taking a new lover who is a Gemini. We have 2 cards of romance. This could speak to a relationship with your divine counterpart that leads to business and money and your healing. Judgment coming out with the Mother of Wands. Sorry. And that is in your past, so there could be a lot of judgment from others, from yourself, self-doubt, judgment from partners, from an actual mother. That's in the Mother of Wands. You could have a fire sign mother who passed a lot of judgment on you because you lived your life differently than they expected. Alright, clarifier for the present. Ooh, the Devil, Capricorn. This could be a Capricorn lover. I said Gemini, but I spoke too soon. This could speak to Capricorn season, which is Christmas time. It is the new year, right? Yes. December 22nd to January 21st or something like that. Yeah, you could be getting engaged, falling in love, going on a trip with a Capricorn, or in Capricorn season. You could also have Capricorn in your chart somewhere significant. I would figure out where it is and explore that, the house, the placement, the planet, whatever. Just identify it and explore it a little bit. Get to know yourself. Okay. Future conditions, High Priestess. We can clarify High Priestess. With the Hangman, Pisces. That's a double. This is really weird. Okay, that's double Pisces. You could be being called to tap into a more feminine water energy, which would be Pisces and Cancer. You could just need to release yourself from any illusion, change your perspective a little bit, put a new spin on things, but it's optional, right? You're never suspended against your will. It's always by choice, and it's very easy for you to get out, right? It just takes a little bit of core. Sorry. Okay. That was the Empress. I try not to take flippers though, because I only take ones if they're going to fall. I want them to fall on the table. I only take cards upright unless I'm told to just draw them. I'm going to let them come out naturally because they seem to be coming out pretty well while I'm talking. The Magician. He is your path to follow. This is a path that you are to walk. It could be literally a magician becoming an apprentice and literally letting him lead the way. Alright, clarify the Magician, path to follow. Clarify the Magician, path to follow. Oh, that's too many. Or is it? Justice, the High Priestess, Six of Coins, and Temperance. That was not too many. That was literally just enough. Okay. Justice came out with the Magician. This is heavy air energy. Justice is Libra. Magician is Gemini. Justice could speak to justice in an actual legal system. It's truths coming out. Laws. I was going to say laws being passed, but that's not really relevant to you. But the judicial system. So, maybe your path is going into law, going back to law school. If you aren't a lawyer already, it could be partnering up with a lawyer, falling in love with a lawyer. All right, and then clarifying the Seven of Wands in the attitudes around you. We got the High Priestess again. She's right here in your future conditions, and she's showing up again in the attitudes around you. So there is a high priestess already around you who you could be wanting to mentor with. Maybe a mystic mentor. That sounds like fun. I'm not really sure how this ties in with this, the path to follow. I guess that does make sense, because your path is very different than the path of those around you and the energies that are around you. This is the energy that is around you right now. Very, very mysterious, very veiled, very withholding, secretive. That's kind of your MO though. Scorpio is very not necessarily by choice all the time, although it usually is, but it's just their nature. They're just not ones to give up all their secrets. All right, and in the obstacles we had 6 of coins, clarifying the 10 of cups, which are 2 of my favorite cards in all of the deck, but in the obstacles position, it could be speaking to an obstacle for you, could be giving. Unconditional love and giving resources. Maybe you have acquired a little bit of money, but for some reason right now you're feeling a little less giving than you want. You're feeling a little stingy with your resources, and maybe that's because you're legitimately can't right now or feel like you can't, although we all know that we all can give and we should be giving more than we are getting. But this is a card of generosity, and in the obstacles it's not troublesome. There's nothing troublesome, but it's just sorry. My throat is really bothering me for some reason. I mean, I know why, but this is also a card of needing to take some time for some self-care, for a little respite, even if that's just a bath. But if you can, get to a body of water, a lake, even the ocean if you're lucky enough. This also speaks to unpaid debts. So in the obstacles position, it just could literally just be some debts that you need to pay. Literal, like credit card debt that you want to get, student loan debt. This could also be speaking to you feeling like you give, and you don't get anything back. You could feel like your generosity is very one-sided, and that never feels good. And it's coupled with the 10 of Cups. So if you're feeling like if you're giving lots of love and it's not ever being returned, or the love that you receive comes with conditions, when you offer unconditional love, people can tell you anything and share anything with you and you will still love them. Not in a pushover kind of way, but just in a genuine, loving way. And if you feel like you give all these things and you don't get them in return, that's not a fun way to live. So if this is your situation right now, maybe explore your root chakra. That's your grounding chakra. Yeah, get a little bit more grounded in yourself, even if that's just a crystal butt plug. Obsidian is grounded. Any of the black, excuse me, I'm gonna drink some water. Sorry, I have a little bit of a fruit fly problem right now because I have lots of fruit, and I also had a pumpkin that apparently didn't hold up. So I found it yesterday. I was like, where are all these fruit flies coming from? And I thought it was because I had started sourdough starters and they're just really attracted to it. And I always have fruit, like bananas, and they really love bananas. But I was rearranging and cleaning and doing some staging stuff. And I went to use this pumpkin and I picked it up. It was like just some sort of liquid underneath. It was really unappetizing, but I got it all cleaned up, but there were quite a few flies that have been thriving in it. All right, so moving on to outcome. With the Father of Pentacles, we have Temperance. So as you learn to temper your spirit, your temper even, as you become more balanced and you kind of set your boundaries with stuff like this. If you're feeling like you're very drained in your relationships, it's okay to set boundaries. it's okay to reinforce those boundaries because people are going to test them and people are going to push back. Just like toddlers, when they're learning, they're going to see like, oh, how far can I push before it's not okay. So you have to set boundaries and reinforce those, and don't be afraid to temper yourself. Temperance speaks to finding your purpose and patience. If you look at him, he's just very unbothered. He's very tempered and even-keeled and steady. All right, I'm going to do 2 from this Fairy Tale Lenormand real quick. And if you guys want any more clarity, or if it resonates, or if it doesn't, whatever, leave me some comments. I have not gotten really any so far. I mean, a few from one person who has been very generous with their time and energy, and I really, really appreciate it. But other than that, I have received little feedback, and I would like some more, just so I know if I'm headed the right direction, or if any of this resonates with you guys, or if I'm just way off base and talking out of my ass. Alright, Fairy Tale Lenormand. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Rider, this is equivalent to the Fool, taking the leap of faith, going for it, jumping in, whatever that is for you, a new business, a new relationship. This is taking the first step. It's the very first card out. 9 of Hearts. And then the Coffin. I'm going to take this as an indicator of true love is headed your way. It looks like, because we've got, I mean, it definitely is, because we've got the Lovers, 2 of Cups, and now this Sleeping Beauty story, which is the only person that can save her is her true love. And he wakes her up and when he gives her a kiss. Okay, then we move into, this isn't a mountain. This story behind this speaks to a third-party situation that is incredibly obnoxious to me. I'm so sick of that storyline. So I'm going to take this as an indication. Mount Rainier is the story that is behind this as well. So you could live in the Northwest. That's all I'm going to take that as. I'm not going to read into it as a third-party situation because that's tired and old. And if that's you, leave that shit in the past and move on, because it's not worth the time, the effort, and the energy, especially when you have all of this greatness around you and surrounding you and in you, coming out of you. So, alright guys, I'm going to leave it at that because we're pushing 30 minutes, and I'm really, really, really trying to keep these short and sweet. It doesn't always work that way. Alright guys, I will see you next time. Bye.